Welcome to Spaceverse, your portal to cosmic adventures. In recent weeks, NASA has unveiled 3 groundbreaking discoveries on Mars, each offering remarkable insights into the planet's history and potential habitability. The first of these discoveries comes from the Perseverance rover, which is exploring the ancient Jezero crater. During its mission, Perseverance encountered a peculiar rock that has ignited excitement among scientists. This rock, unlike anything previously seen on Mars, features distinctive leopard-like spots on its surface. These strange markings are of particular interest because they could indicate the presence of microbial life in Mars's distant past. The rock's composition and unique features suggest that the environment in Jezero crater may have been suitable for life billions of years ago, making this discovery the most compelling evidence yet that Mars may have once harbored life. The second major discovery occurred far from Jezero crater, where NASA's Curiosity rover has been exploring Gale crater for over a decade. While conducting routine drilling operations to analyze the Martian surface, Curiosity made an unexpected find. The rover accidentally cracked open a large rock, only to discover that it was composed entirely of a chemical element that scientists least expected to find in such a form. This newly uncovered rock formation is unlike anything previously observed on Mars. The composition of the rock has baffled researchers, offering a new puzzle in the ongoing effort to understand the planet's geological history. Curiosity's discovery adds another layer of complexity to our understanding of Mars, and suggests that the planet's geology may be far more diverse and intricate than we originally thought. The third and perhaps most astonishing discovery comes from NASA's InSight lander, which has been monitoring seismic activity on Mars for over 4 years. By analyzing the seismic data collected during this period, scientists have made a groundbreaking revelation. Beneath Mars' surface lies an enormous reservoir of liquid water. This hidden ocean, which could extend across much of the planet, is so vast that it could potentially cover the entire Martian surface with water up to a depth of 1 to 2 kilometers, or about a mile. The discovery of such a massive body of water, hidden deep below the surface, has profound implications for our understanding of Mars' climate and its potential to support life. While the water is far too deep for astronauts to access in the near future, this discovery answers a long-standing question about where Mars' water went and opens up exciting possibilities for future exploration. Although these 3 discoveries are distinct, they collectively have the potential to revolutionize our understanding of Mars as a planet. Each one sheds light on a different aspect of Mars's history and environment, whether it's the possibility of ancient microbial life, the unexpected diversity of the planet's geological composition, or the existence of hidden reservoirs of water. Together, they bring us one step closer to understanding whether Mars could have supported life in the past and what its future may hold for human exploration. What exactly did Perseverance find in that mysterious rock that has NASA buzzing about the possibility of ancient life on Mars? How does Curiosity's shocking discovery change what we know about the red planet? And most excitingly, how does NASA plan to bring a piece of this Martian history back to Earth? Let's start with Perseverance, or Percy as it's affectionately known. This rover is the star of NASA's Mars 2020 mission, and for good reason. Its primary task, to explore the fascinating Jezero crater, a place scientists believe was once home to a lake and a river delta about 3.5 billion years ago. Now, if you're wondering why this matters, it's because where there's water, there's the potential for life, microbial life, to be precise. This makes Jezero the perfect spot to hunt for ancient Martian life. Since it landed on Mars in February 2021, Percy has been knocking it out of the park with discoveries. The first big win? Finding evidence of an ancient river delta, which confirms that water did indeed flow through the area. Water is, after all, a key ingredient for life as we know it. The second major feat? Percy's been collecting samples of Martian rocks and soil, stashing them away in sealed containers. These are waiting for a future mission to pick them up and bring them back to Earth for in-depth analysis. Can you imagine what we might learn from those samples? The third major highlight involves the MOXIE instrument, a little tech wizardry that actually produces oxygen from Mars' thin atmosphere. This could be a game-changer for future astronauts who might need oxygen to breathe and fuel to power their spacecraft. One of the most thrilling recent discoveries from NASA's Perseverance rover involves what could be signs of ancient life on Mars. While exploring Jezero crater, the rover encountered a peculiar arrowhead-shaped rock named Cheava Falls that might hold valuable insights into Mars' distant past. Using its sophisticated Sherlock instrument, Perseverance identified carbon-rich organic molecules in the rock, compounds essential to life as we know it on Earth. This discovery immediately raised the possibility that Mars might have once harbored life. But that's not all. The rock also displays white veins of calcium sulfate, a clear indicator that water once coursed through it. This further backs up the idea that Jezero crater was a watery environment billions of years ago, a perfect place for life to potentially thrive. Even more intriguing, Perseverance spotted tiny millimeter-sized marks encircled by black rings, resembling leopard spots. These spots, rich in iron and phosphate, are particularly fascinating because on Earth, similar formations are linked to fossilized microbes that once lived underground. Could these features be Mars' version of ancient microbial life? The location of Cheava Falls makes this find even more significant. It's positioned at the edge of a long-gone river valley that likely formed when water flowed into Jezero crater, carving channels along the crater's inner walls. One possible explanation for the strange features in Cheava Falls is that mud rich in organic materials settled in the valley, solidifying into the rock Perseverance found. Later, water may have seeped through, creating the calcium sulfate veins and the eye-catching black ringed marks. While the discovery of organic material in Cheava Falls is undeniably exciting and raises the tantalizing possibility of ancient microbial life, it's important to remain cautious. There could be other non-biological explanations for these features. For instance, the black ringed spots observed in the rock might have been formed by purely chemical reactions, perhaps when calcium sulfate entered the rock at extremely high temperatures, possibly during a nearby volcanic event. These non-living processes are still very much in play when considering Mars' complex geology. To thoroughly investigate Cheava Falls, researchers have pulled out all the stops. Perseverance has been equipped with cutting-edge technology, including lasers and X-rays, to study this mysterious rock in great detail. The rover has taken numerous photographs and conducted in-depth analyses, pushing its capabilities to the limit. Despite Perseverance's impressive tools, scientists believe that the real breakthroughs will come once a sample of Cheava Falls is brought back to Earth. With access to advanced laboratory instruments, they hope to unravel the rock's secrets and better understand what happened in this ancient river valley billions of years ago. Unfortunately, NASA's plans for a sample return mission are still in development, meaning it will be several more years before this crucial research can begin. But that doesn't mean the excitement stops there. Over 2,300 kilometers away from Perseverance, NASA's other rover, Curiosity, has been busy making its own thrilling discoveries. Operating on Mars since 2012, Curiosity recently cracked open a massive rock and stumbled upon something completely unexpected, adding yet another layer of intrigue to the red planet's evolving story. Curiosity, a car-sized rover, has been exploring Gale Crater and Mount Sharp for over 12 years, far exceeding its initial 2-year mission. Shortly after landing in August 2012, Curiosity discovered an ancient stream bed, confirming that water once flowed on Mars. Another key finding was the detection of organic molecules in rock samples, indicating that ancient Mars had a more chemically complex environment than we once thought. Curiosity also uncovered essential elements for life: carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, and phosphorus, suggesting that Mars may have been capable of supporting microbial life billions of years ago. Curiosity's latest discovery is one of those wow moments that make space exploration so exciting. For over a decade, this rugged rover has been climbing Mars' 5-kilometer-tall Mount Sharp, uncovering secrets from the planet's ancient past. And just when you think the surprises might slow down, it stumbles upon something completely unexpected: pure elemental sulfur, right beneath its wheels. It all happened while exploring Geddes Vallis, a channel likely formed billions of years ago by rushing water and debris. Curiosity, like an interplanetary detective, has been meticulously piecing together Mars' history as it climbs through different layers of rock, each one revealing a new chapter. But this discovery wasn't part of any planned investigation. Curiosity just happened to roll over a rock, and bam, it cracked open to reveal a vibrant yellow-green vein of sulfur. The team back on Earth was thrilled. They quickly adjusted the rover's position, making a 90-degree turn to get a perfect camera shot of the scene. The result? Stunning images of pure sulfur lying in the wheel tracks, a treasure from Mars' past that scientists had never seen before. This find opens up new questions about Mars' geology. How did that sulfur get there, and what does it tell us about the planet's ancient environment? Sulfur deposits like this are a sign that something dramatic happened in the past, possibly involving water or volcanic activity. It's a mystery that Curiosity's team is eager to unravel as the rover continues its epic journey up Mount Sharp. So buckle up, because even after 12 years, Curiosity is still finding new ways to blow our minds. Curiosity had previously identified sulfates on Mars, salts that form when water evaporates, as well as bright white calcium sulfate or gypsum in surface cracks, suggesting ancient groundwater deposits. However, the recent discovery of pure sulfur in its distinctive yellowish-green crystalline form is groundbreaking, as it's the first of its kind found on Mars. What's even more exciting is that this discovery was entirely serendipitous. The small and fragile nature of the rock fragments containing sulfur made it impossible for Curiosity's drill to analyze them directly, leaving scientists uncertain about how the sulfur formed on Mars. Fortunately, Curiosity later came across a larger rock known as Mammoth Lakes, which proved to be more promising. Engineers identified a stable area on the rock for drilling and safely positioned the rover on the loose, sloping surface. Using its 7-foot robotic arm, Curiosity successfully collected powdered rock samples. These samples are anticipated to provide crucial insights into the Martian surface's composition. While the detailed analysis is still underway, scientists are already beginning to make initial assessments about the discovery's significance. Elemental sulfur consists of pure sulfur atoms and is typically found in volcanic regions or hydrothermal vents on Earth and other volcanically active places like Jupiter's moon Io. This form of sulfur is rarer than sulfur bound in minerals and is often linked to volcanic or geothermal activity. However, it can also form through other processes. For instance, sulfate minerals might break down under specific conditions in ancient Martian lakes or seas, leaving behind pure sulfur as a result of evaporation. Mars isn't the only celestial body where the presence of pure sulfur has taken scientists by surprise. In 2023, India's Chandrayaan-3 mission made a groundbreaking discovery when its Pragyan rover landed at the moon's south pole. The rover's laser-induced breakdown spectrometer played a crucial role in this discovery. LIBS works by firing laser pulses at a sample, which vaporizes it into plasma. The emitted light from this plasma is then analyzed to determine the elemental composition. While LIBS identified elements like aluminum, calcium, chromium, iron, manganese, oxygen, titanium, and silicon, the standout find was sulfur. On the moon, one theory about the presence of water involves a process known as cold trapping. In the moon's extremely cold and shadowed polar craters, temperatures can drop so low that water vapor migrates and freezes as water ice on the lunar surface. As this ice forms, it can trap small amounts of other molecules, including sulfur. High-energy radiation might then break down the ice, releasing sulfur in the process. Sulfur's link to volcanic activity is crucial for understanding the moon's geology and its history. The recent detection of sulfur by Chandrayaan-3 adds an exciting new dimension to our knowledge of the moon. Despite numerous orbiter missions surveying the moon's south pole, none had previously detected sulfur in this region, making this discovery particularly significant. It introduces a new layer of intrigue to our understanding of the moon's composition and its past. While Chandrayaan-3 did not directly detect water ice on the moon's south pole, recent developments on Mars offer promising insights into the search for water. Scientists have analyzed years of seismic data from NASA's InSight lander and concluded that there's a vast hidden ocean of liquid water buried 11 to 20 kilometers or 7 to 13 miles beneath Mars' surface. This immense reservoir is so large that it could potentially cover the entire planet with water up to 1 to 2 kilometers deep. Although this water is too deep for astronauts to access directly, this discovery answers a long-standing question about Mars. Where did all the water go? Mars was not always the dry, desolate planet we see today. Exploration over the decades has revealed that, billions of years ago, Mars was a very different world. It had a thicker atmosphere and a warmer climate that allowed liquid water to flow on its surface. However, unlike Earth, Mars lost its magnetic field relatively early in its history. Without this protective magnetic field, Mars' atmosphere was exposed to relentless solar wind. which gradually stripped away much of the atmosphere and led to a significant drop in atmospheric pressure. As Mars' atmosphere thinned over time, it became increasingly challenging for liquid water to remain on the surface. Water that might have once flowed freely began to evaporate and escape into space. The diminishing atmosphere also weakened the greenhouse effect, leading to a drastic drop in temperatures. Mars transformed from a once warm and wet world into the cold, arid planet we see today. As the climate cooled, any remaining liquid water turned into ice, either as surface frost or permafrost buried beneath the ground. Despite this, theories suggest that Mars should still have a substantial amount of water even after accounting for what was lost to space. The frozen water in the polar ice caps alone doesn't seem to explain it all. Fortunately, recent discoveries indicate that there might be a significant reservoir of water hidden deep beneath Mars' crust. This revelation adds a new chapter to Mars' story, surprising scientists once again. While the rovers on Mars are doing an incredible job of uncovering the planet's secrets, the upcoming missions to return samples collected by Perseverance to Earth promise to be a game-changer. These missions will offer a profound leap in our understanding of Mars' environment, climate history, and its potential to support life, paving the way for future human exploration. Although it will take several years for these missions to come to fruition, the insights they will provide are sure to be well worth the wait. And that's it. Thanks for exploring with Spaceverse. Today, we uncovered Mars' hidden ocean, sulfur surprises on the moon, and clues of ancient Martian life. Subscribe and hit the bell for more cosmic discoveries. Keep reaching for the stars.